Arizona State.
Rod.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great flag.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. But a downfield, they won't get him. Wow!
Edwards pulls up and buries the flag. Richardson tries, not for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Daniels takes his shot for Darby.
Join Saddle Softball and welcoming today's groups, the Mill Stingers, Aloha Warriors Softball, Paladin Softball Club, Arizona Force Softball, Clackamas Cavaliers Softball, Carpenter Family and Friends, Blaze.
Yes, welcome into Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Caratanudo at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You guys know this. You love it. Check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, my IG, michael.caratanudo.5. You can see the show live there. And Pitchfork Lunchers, yes, I know I remind you every day, the good old YouTube channel. Yes, go to the YouTube channel. And subscribe. Watch. You can watch live. Yes, awesome. But also subscribe. As all you have to do is go to YouTube, see my name, Michael Caratanudo, but the page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe, my friends, because anything you have missed, you can catch up on. You can binge watch and you can catch up on. So that's the cool part about it. Any con reviews you have missed with coaches, players, insiders, voices, analysts, alum, it is all there on the good old YouTube channel. You can go back and watch and catch up, binge watch, all that good stuff. You can do all that stuff. And again, absolutely awesome because you have missed out on quite a bit. So I would suggest doing that because, again, very, very awesome. If you are able to do that. And yeah, and I would greatly appreciate it, but it'll be fun for you too because you can get all caught up again. There's a lot of conversations and interviews and meeting players and coaches and, like I said, insiders, voices, analysts like that you have kind of missed out on. And you can get all caught up, which is a good thing. So do subscribe, and again, don't don't forget, because you'll get caught up, and then when we talk about when I talk about other things and get to it, you'll be like, oh, I do recall that, and we can all move forward quickly. But nonetheless, if you are again on YouTube, definitely again, glad you're checking us out there. Also, guys, you know this, you can watch on all those avenues, but the cool thing is you can always listen to Pitchfork Lunch Live on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. And again, all you have to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will pop up, click listen live, hit play Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Bam, there's Pitchfork Lunch. And Sun Devil content. Casual E again, so gracious, inviting us, Pitchfork Lunch, into the KSRN family. So yes, it's again very, very awesome to be a part of it. And all you have to, again, it's very easy to go to. Like I said, just go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Hit listen live, click play. Pitchfork Lunch. We're rocking in Sun Devil Nation. I mean, again, softball had the Territorial Cup weekend. Yes, that team down south took 2 out of 3. They're the 10th ranked team for a reason, but I'm not talking out of both sides of the mouth. No excuses. We'll hear from Coach Bartlett after yesterday's game as well. Also, water polo got a awesome win against Indiana this weekend. Well, a conference mate, their first conference win. ASU's ranked 8th. Indiana was ranked 10th. That's the second time they beat them this year, though. So, again, very awesome to see. Oh, God, Millie Quinn, what a day. I mean, the whole team, what a day. But Millie Quinn, man, 5 goals in the first half. I think in the first period, but we'll get to that. So, forks up to them for women's water polo for the victory. Also, baseball, took 2 out of 3 from Kansas. Forks up to Coach Bloomquist and the Sun Devils. A Saturday night, a lot of you saw dropped his sound as yes, you know, I was at the softball game, Territorial Cup rivalry weekend, and it's so pulling and gut wrenching and tough. But yes, I did sneak over to baseball for the last few innings. And yes, they did fall Saturday night, but again, took 2 out of 3 from KU. So that is awesome. But you get all this info here on the Casual Sports Radio Network. And for those of you that are, you know, want to watch, again, I get it. Please don't watch and drive. You're Devils. You're smart. You thought I was going to forget to remind you. You're smart. Just, again, you can listen on, you can stream it through your Bluetooth. And the best part about that is you can stream it through your Bluetooth. And you're going to meet friends for lunch. It's that time of day. Cool. Get caught up, get in the know, stay in with me within Sun Devil Nation. And then when you get there, you can still listen, obviously, on your phone to the Casual Sports Radio Network. Or again, pop it up when you're sitting there with friends talking about how great it is to be a Sun Devil and what's going on. Also, so yeah, just go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Click listen live, hit play. There we are. Also, guys, subscribe to their socials as well, too. Casual E, man, like I tell you all the time, but again, I want to get to stuff quickly. So Casual E has you covered when it comes to the Suns, the Cardinals, the Mercury, the Diamondbacks. He has got you covered. Like, Casual E is the dude. And it's it's again, just like I said, the roller coaster of the Suns. The liars, sorting out the liars poker, obviously what the Cardinals might do in the draft or if they trade anything like that. He has got you covered. So, and again, Pitchfork Lunch Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. But again, just go to www.ksrnaz.com. You're driving around, click listen live, streaming through your Bluetooth, all is well. So Saturday night at the softball game, Sun Devil women's basketball fans, again, Natasha Adair was let go after, again, a third tough season. Yes, a little bit of injuries, but Molly Miller, my friends, is the new head coach. And you're like, Molly Miller, why do I know that name if I don't? Yeah, she was a Grand Canyon head coach. Won like 16 or 19 in a row. Again, Jeff Metcalf was, we were talking about this the other day or last week about who the top candidates might be. And obviously athletic director Graham Rossini has been very, and again, people are like, well, an athletic director needs to be. I'm not trying to overstate. I know I'm overstating the obvious, maybe a teeny bit, but that being said, it's one of those things where Graham Rossini did, again, phenomenal job, had a list, and Molly Miller, is the head coach. And again, like it does bring buzz. And yeah, you can say, well, I mean, it was an easy hire across town, this and that. And it's like, it has not, it's like, I mean, well, some might knock it, but again, she was at the softball game Saturday. I mean, it's been I'm sure an insane whirlwind for Coach Miller. As well. So yeah, that part, my friends, is awesome. Yes, that part is very awesome, my friends. And again, she has done. Did an insane job at Grand Canyon. I mean, a hell of a coaching career as well. But yeah, I mean, you look back, St. Patty's Day, 30 consecutive wins breaks. They broke, Grand Canyon broke Louisiana Tech's 2002-2003 record of 29 consecutive wins. Yeah, they were the WAC champs. Again, went to the tournament, but Molly Miller, I see her at the softball game on Saturday. Yeah, she was out there Saturday hanging out on the deck. Her family was there. Was introduced on top of the ASU dugout. Her husband, her two kids. Again, just very, very awesome to see Coach out there again, taking in some softball and coming across town, just like Coach Christian Ward from beach volleyball. So we'll get into that. But again, awesome hire there. You also did see on the way in, those of you watching, and I'll play it again, Ashley Mejia's dinger yesterday that gave ASU their first lead of the series. Well, I was going to say the game, but also first time that they led in the series. And yeah, Mejia again just rocked this pitch. I mean,
join Sun Devil Softball and welcome today's groups. The Little Steamers.
is up.
Aloha Warriors Softball. Coletta Softball Club. Arizona Force Softball.
Of the series. I said, yeah, I went 3-2 yesterday. It was got a little crazy there. A little interesting. I shouldn't say crazy. A little interesting towards the end. Pardon me. A little interesting towards the end. Yeah, a little interesting towards the end. And but the Devils held on. And so that was again awesome. Awesome to see. Kenzie Brown again with just again Friday night, a little tough. And we'll hear from Kenzie after yesterday's game. Getting the win. Mika Lape got the save, and I mean the way she's been throwing as well. Yeah, Grand Canyon, by the way, real quick for Molly Miller, they were 32-3 this season, which included a 30-game win streak in GCU's first berth into the NCAA Women's Tournament. So yeah, I mean that's getting your star to rise, right? Everybody says, and it's not well. Do it again. She won as a play again. We'll get into it. We're gonna talk about it. But anyway, softball. As they as I mean 23-10 now. And again, like I said, that team down south took 2 of the 3. Not happy about that whatsoever at all. But look where this team's at and how they're competing. And when you hear again, like I said, when you hear Coach Bartlett talking, and it's a young team, but man, it's they had taken 2 out of 3 from BYU, taken 2 out of 3 from UCF, who again whooped up on Arizona, who they took 2 or 3 from Arizona. But again, conference play, things go a little crazy. So that is it happens. But ASU, like I said, 2 out of 3 from BYU to open up conference play, swept Stetson, and then 2 out of 3 from UCF, beat UNLV off of getting back late. Really, no. I mean, they were on a plane. I'm sure they got to rest and sleep. But again, adventure getting back from Orlando, and then Arizona won 6-1 Friday, 5-1 Saturday, and then the Devils took it 3-2 yesterday. When you look at Friday when Kenzie Brown started, she and Miranda Stoddard, I mean, she again pitched a hell of a game too against this ASU lineup that can rake. I mean, but Kenzie Brown, again, going through this lineup and Arizona's lineup top to bottom, and guys, as much as it pays me, I can always, tip the cap, respect. But yes, obviously a very, very solid team, and batting order up and down is just ridiculous. But yeah, Kenzie Brown went 3 1/3. She had 4 hits, 4 runs. 1 was earned, but she had 4 strikeouts, also 4 walks, and threw 74 pitches. Mika Lape came in for an inning, put up, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 2 Ks, no walks. So she threw 11 pitches, and then because she started Saturday night, and then Julianne Tipton came in. She went 2 2/3. 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. She threw 37 pitches. Not look. It's not like every hit that U of A got was, that pitch is hanging, or it's a bad pitch. Like, no, they got their barrels to the ball, as they say. But I mean, ASU, it was both teams scoreless through 2, and then Arizona put up 3 in the top of the 3rd, and then 1 in the top of the 4th, 2 in the top of the 6th. ASU got 1 back in the bottom of the 6th, and then in the bottom of the 7th, just tough night. So it was 6-1, and then Saturday night, which was 5-1. Real quick before we hear from, we're going to take a break and hear from Coach and Kenzie Brown and Ashley Mejia, the home run hitter. Saturday night again, 5-1. Arizona scored 1 in the first, first, 2 in the third, 2 in the sixth. ASU got 1 in the bottom of the seventh. Got some on me. It was like, oh, okay, maybe something happens here. Get a little Farrington mystique going on. But and then there's also 2000s night, which was awesome. It was great to see quite a few of the players from those 2000s teams. Obviously, the 2008, 2011 national champions. But yeah, it's it was 5-1, and then like I said, Mika Lape pitched. She went 5 2/3. She had 8 hits, 5 runs. They were earned, but 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. So again, not giving up free bases, guys. And I mean, what was it? Arizona had 5 runs on 9 hits, and then I mean they had 6 runs on 8 hits on Friday night. But then Saturday it was 5 runs on 9 hits, and then they win 5-1. But then we get to Sunday Fun Day, Farrington Fun Day, where kids always get to run the bases. I mean, unless something changes, but it's always they get to run the bases after the game, which again, very awesome. But the Devils won 3-2. And again, nobody scored first 2 innings. The Devils got 3 in the bottom of the third. Thank you very much to Ashley Mejia, who homered. Again, you saw that shot, sent it out to right field. And Tanya Wendell, like I said, was on base, so she scored to make it 2. And then Tiare Ho Chang, this freshman, again, nothing that she's not showing the spotlight is not too big for her. And again, it's just a young team and trusting their talent and what the coaches are working with them on. And we'll hear that from Mejia and also Brown. But Tiare Ho Ching doubled the left center. Kelsey Hall came in and scored. That made it 3-0. And then Arizona got 1 in the bottom of the 6th to make it 3-1. They got 1 in the bottom of the 7th, or top of the 7th. Sorry, top of the 6th, top of the 7th. And made it 3-2. But Mika Lape came in and close it out. Kenzie Brown gets the win, 12-2. And I mean, her line yesterday, guys, she went 6 innings, 4 hits, gave up the 1 run. It was earned, but 8 Ks. Did have 5 walks, a little high for Brown. But guys, again, this lineup, I'm not going to talk about both sides of the mouth. Yes, I want to beat them. Yes, I think they can beat them. And yes, it does not thrill me to have dropped 2 out of 3 being a Sun Devil. But from that side, watching what they're doing, watching how the season's going, watching the growth, and obviously Kenzie Brown, and we'll hear from Coach. I mean, because this thing, she, freshman year there, but sophomore year, a little middle relief, and then, last year injured. So, that's tough. So it's, but I mean, that's a hell of a stat line. 8 strikeouts against that team. And granted, in the first inning, we'll talk about it, but if you didn't see, the bases are loaded, and then she strikes out the next 3 batters. Again, that is just absolute nails, grit, whatever you want to say, you can say, but absolutely awesome. So she did throw 129 pitches, and then Mika Lape came in for the inning, gave it 2 hits, the 1 run, it was earned, had 1 strikeout, 1 walk, did it in 22 pitches. So, but again, awesome for softball. And then real quick, also water polo, like I told you, it was a very awesome match against Indiana. As like I said, Indiana was number 10 coming in. The Devils number 8. The Devils had beat them, and granted, it didn't count as because they were both looking for their first conference win. And back at the Barbara Calbus Invitational in Irvine, California, February 21st through the 23rd, they did beat Indiana, who was 17 at the time, 14-12 in overtime. And I know I'd mentioned that Friday. That was one of their overtime games. There were 3-1 overtime games. But now, fast forward to March 22nd, and they beat them 16-11. And it was, again, a very pretty even match to start. Well, I mean, pretty even match all game long, but 16-11 is the final. ASU put up 4 in the first. It was crazy because ASU put up 4 in the first. It was 4-3 after one. They both put up 3 in the second, so it's 7-6 at halftime. And then in the third, they both put up 3, so it's 10-9. But then in the fourth, man, you talk about the goalkeeper Kerry Glau with some blocks, and then the offense just, again, it was smooth. But 6 goals in the fourth. They win 16-11 for head coach Petra Party. And yeah, for Millie Quinn, I want to say she has 7 goals. Yeah, 7 goals for Millie Quinn. Yeah, for the game. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. We'll hear from her as well. But awesome. Again, this team rocking. Like I said, they are 17-5. Sorry, thinking of softball, but still 17-5. They're 9-2 at home, 0-2 away, 8-1 on neutral sites. So yeah, that's how you become the 8th ranked team in the country. And throughout the season, real quick, because I reminded you guys, and again, we're going to get Coach Party on. I'm getting out to all, but we're going to have aim to have Coach Party on this week. But they've beat number 23 San Diego State and number 15 UC Davis. LMU was number 10 at the time when they beat them 12-11 in overtime. They beat Cal Baptist, who was number 22 at the time when they played them. And they also beat number 15 UC Santa Barbara. And then after that, they did fall to number 3 UCLA. I talked about you guys about that, but again, it's a 12-8 game. So definitely right there on in the home waters. And then let's see. They lost to number 8 Long Beach State at the Barbara Calvis Invitational. But then they beat, like I said, number 17 Indiana at the time, 14-12, and number 14 LMU, 17-15 in overtime. So again, and then they took on number 1 Stanford, lost 18-12. All right, Stanford in control there, but you figure, all right, it's very respectable against the number 1 team. They can chase down, they can, and prove that they can play with. But going to talk to Coach Party about that. And then number 10 Indiana, 16-11, they take them out. So yeah, it's this schedule. And then this coming Saturday, the 29th at 1 p.m., San Jose State University will be there taking on the Devils again. So again, get on out there, man. It's just awesome to watch. And it doesn't hurt that they're very good too. I mean, come on, Sun Devils. Come on, my Pitchfork Lunchers, you know this. But yeah, so they got that. We'll get to that. So, and then baseball, by the way, guys, like I said, Big 12 series, and they were taking on the Jayhawks. And let's see. I mean, they took 2 out of 3 from TCU. And then they also took 2 out of 3 at home from KU. Like I said, 9-2 on Friday, 7-3 Saturday. So yeah, and then 7-6 yesterday. So yeah, we'll get into that a little more, but yeah, stoked for this team. 16-8 overall, 4-2 in conference. You'll take it. You'll keep taking that. Winning series. And Coach Bloomquist, we talked about that before the season started when he was, of course, kind enough to sit down with us here on Pitchfork Lunch. So yeah, 16-8 overall, 4-2 in conference, 13-5 at home. Okay, 3-3 away, not below. If I will take it. You want to keep each one going, and yeah. So next up, they have UNLV. That is tomorrow at 6 p.m. In Las Vegas. I'm like, wait, they're home? No, they're in Las Vegas, as they played UNLV here and beat them 7-0. They did that last year too, where they played UNLV midweek series twice. So yeah, 2-game series, but 1 in each place. So yeah, they're in Vegas tomorrow, 6 p.m. For Coach Bloomquist and the team. So we'll see how they fare there. And UNLV thinking of some revenge. So we'll see. And then they go to Utah. They go to Salt Lake City to take on the Utes this weekend. So hey, we're gonna step aside. When we get back, we're gonna hear from Coach Bartlett and Kenzie Brown and also Ashley Mejia on the other side. Plus, I got a little bit from, like I said, water polo as well. We'll hear from that. So again, hit me up in the comments. You guys rock it. Any questions, anything you might have, hit me up. But yeah, we'll step aside really quick. And yeah, when we get back, we'll have more Pitchfork Lunch. But again, we'll hear from softball, water polo, and Talk a little more. Molly Miller, Forks Up, man. Very stoked she is here. 30 in a row, guys, any level, but Division I level of college basketball. That is insane.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a...
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Hell yes, those listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, you are listening on the best internet radio station on the web. I am Michael Carcino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. Follow me there. See the show live there also every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also see Pitchfork Lunch on my IG at michael.carcino.5. And you guys know it, the YouTube channel. Not only should you watch live, you should watch live and subscribe. Again, go to YouTube, see my name, Michael Carcino, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and watch live and subscribe away. Also, on the Casual Sports Radio Network, www.ksrnaz.com. You can take us all over the world with you, and Sun Devils should be all over the world. I mean, just think Gus Farwell in Spain, the phenomenal former football player and opera singer, the Go Devils Go in the stadium. I mean, that's, again, so awesome, and he comes back around as much as he can. So, again, you can hear us all over the world on the Casual Sports Radio Network, and, YouTube, X, Instagram, Sun Devils around the world. That's all that matters. But let's get right to it. So, yes, the Devils did win 3-2 yesterday, took 2 out of 3, but we will hear from head coach Megan Bartlett first as again, they, a 2-1 win over, or a 3-2 win. Sorry, 3-2, dropping, but got 1 out of 3. Again, not getting swept. Look, winning series 2-1, yes, to overstate the obvious. Everybody wants a sweep, but not getting swept, yeah, you don't want to keep taking 1 out of 3, as we all know. But with what they've built up and what they've done, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So that being said, but yeah, I mean, you don't want to get swept. Yeah, you lose 2 out of 3, but they got the last one, so you get some momentum going into your next games. So yes, let's hear from Megan Bartlett. Again, I'll let her tell you, and again, we'll hear from Kenzie Brown as well, and Ashley Mejia. So we're gonna play those. Get to that because I want to get to water polo too, guys.
Last 2 nights.
Yesterday you said that today was going to be a lot of pitch by committee from Arizona, and they definitely did that. After every single run you scored, they put a new pitch from the circle. How do you think the team handled your message from yesterday?
Honestly, I thought they did great. Coach Bloomer actually just complimented on that because you got on them pretty good last night, and they woke up ready to fight, ready to win a ball game. So they are certainly very bought in, very resilient, and they continue to get some big wins. So I'm super proud of them.
What sort of adjustments were made hitting-wise? Of course, only putting up 1 run in the last 2 games, now 3 runs, 8 hits or something like that. What was the change from the last 2 nights to today?
Yeah, you know what? We spent a lot of time spinning off balls the last couple of nights, so we did spend some time early in the cage and just make sure we were working with better direction. Right? You got to let your barrel fly and not try and do things so much with your body. They picked a little bit better pitches. They got on time. Certainly happy with how quickly we got Stoddard out of the game, right? Because she gave us fits on Friday night. But that's a really good pitching staff, right? That's a top 10 win. So some of it was they just needed to calm down and play. We do things the way we're capable, and we can work with a little bit of a lead. Our pitching staff's pretty tough.
Speaking of calming down and playing, I know you love it when Kenzie loads the bases and then strikes out the next 3s.
Knock it off, kid. She does. She'll just get a tiny bit off time, and then her body will decide to cooperate, and then she'll just go back to doing Kenzie things. So sometimes we forget, right? She didn't pitch much her freshman year. She was a middle reliever for us as a sophomore, and then she had a whole year off, right? And we're about halfway through this year. So is, I think, veteran and experienced as she seems sometimes. She's just still working through the process a little bit.
Going into the decision to give Mika the ball in the 7th.
Mika actually threw a beautiful ball game yesterday. I was really pleased with the way she was just pounding the zone. We had a couple run lead at that point, so Kenzie was honestly just a little bit out of gas, and she had thrown a lot of pitches to that point because she kept getting herself in trouble and talking to you, Mackenzie Brown. So in a perfect world, Kenzie works with a little bit better efficiency through the game, and then we can just roll her the whole way. But Mika's very good, and we trust Mika, and I thought she came in and did a really nice job in a big moment.
How big was Ashley swinging first pitch on that home run, really igniting the offense all weekend?
Yeah, my gosh. Kid's a freshman. Think about like what her career is going to be as a Sun Devil. It's so exciting. Ashley, she chess matches well. She'll adjust for the most part, especially as the year's gone on and she's kind of cut her teeth a little bit. Her zone awareness has gotten better and better, but she can hunt. And when you throw her the pitch that she's looking for and she's on time, watch out because she's powerful enough to get it out about any yard in the country.
She's a very good Arizona pitching staff, but what kind of is the plan to keep the offense looking a little more consistent?
Yeah, they're going to be challenged, I think, pretty good in the next couple days of practice. They'll have a day off tomorrow. We'll get back to it on Tuesday. But kind of, for us, it's not so much about the X's and O's and the biomechanics of the swing. We had to fine-tune a couple things this morning, but really, they need to be on time and they need to hunt good pitches. And that's, I think, where we need to spend a lot of our time this week. A lot of zone awareness work.
Coach, 15 games left in the Big 12 season. How do you keep the young team locked in on the main goal, which is the Big 12?
They want to win. I mean, and that's the reality of this group. They are young, but they are hungry, and they are clearly willing to do what it takes to win. So they're young. I don't always have control over that. I can give them the answer to the test, and we certainly try to keep them as focused and locked in as possible. But this group wants it. They love being Sun Devils. They love each other, and they're ready to work.
And when you're saying working, I mean, I know I said the other night, but I mean, defensively, it just seems like you always say make the simple plays, but then, I mean, they're making other plays. I mean, I don't know if there's any more words to describe AJ in the middle of the field. Yeah.
When you take care of the routine play, you get to do the fancy. I have no interest in you trying to execute fancy if you can't handle the routine. So that's just, they're doing the simple things well, right? Lily's still learning how to play first base. She has caught her whole life until this year. So there's certainly some things where we're building the plane while we're flying it, but they continue to scrap and grind and compete, which is what we need them to do.
And for the younger players, I mean, how big is it for them to have AJ in the middle like that? Because it just seems like everything's so calm, and even the tough plays look easy for her.
It's AJ, and that is her personality. That is quite literally, she gets it honest. That's who she is as a human, and that's who she is as a ball player. The game just doesn't speed her up. She stays calm. She's a good communicator. She's in position, and she continues to just lead the young ones around her and keep them calm, right? Not let the game speed up on them either. So AJ has certainly been a blessing. We're really happy she's a Sun Devil.
Yeah.
It felt good. I mean, I came in a little bit more relaxed this time and trusted my defense. So that was really great. The offense just came through today, which is great.
Why did you adjust from Friday to today?
I think just trusting my stuff, trusting that it's good enough to beat a team like Arizona.
And to piggyback off that, I mean, yeah, obviously you want to be attacking, but like the patience in there too, because I was talking to Coach Friday night, to work through their lineup. Obviously it's a tough lineup, but did you feel more, I guess, like in rhythm or patient today?
Yeah, I would say more in rhythm, just because I feel like my defense was around me a lot more, and that helps with my rhythm and timing, and that helps with their rhythm and timing. So it was helpful to have them behind me as well.
What kind of confidence to getting out of that base loaded jam in the first game for the rest of the start?
Oh my gosh. Well, I need to really stop doing that. but yeah, I mean, I think it was just key in knowing that I am good enough. So yeah, I just took that with me the rest of the game. I'm good enough to get out of things like that.
And then kind of bouncing off of that, what kind of confidence do you have after that third inning when your offense puts up 3 runs? Does that calm you down? Or what?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always nice when we punch first. And I think that it was awesome to see Ashley come through in that moment because she just wants it so bad and she's so deserving of that moment.
This is your 7th time this season going more than 6 innings. What helps you stay in games that long?
I would say the more I'm around this team.
Did you give any insight to Mika before she took the ball in the 7th?
Absolutely. I was just like, your stuff is better than them. Just go attack.
That's good.
Cool.
Thank you.
So batting leadoff, batting fourth, you just don't care, same mindset all the time?
Of course, yes. Definitely. It's the same thing, just different spots in the lineup, getting the job done.
How do you feel? I mean, even obviously playing next to AJ, but just defensively, I mean, it just seems like you guys are making, the routine plays, but just, I mean, everything defensively is clicking. But how's been playing next to AJ helping you?
Playing next to AJ is amazing. I actually said this last night when we were talking as a team. She, not a lot of people lead vocally like me or some other people on the team, but she just leads by example. She makes the amazing plays. She wants it. She shows she wants it through her body language, the way she carries herself. So having someone like that to play behind is just keeps me as a freshman as ease, like playing at this position, like, this high level. I feel very confident in our infield, especially a veteran like AJ herself. So it's definitely refreshing to have AJ as part of our team.
Because this is such a young freshman team, like you were saying, playing a very veteran Arizona team, what was kind of being said in the dugout to kind of get rallied up?
Just focusing on what we're good at, not trying to do too much. When it's a good team, you don't change anything. It's another game, yes, but we're going to compete regardless of what we're doing. I think a lot of the things that the younger girls kind of were talking about is just locking into what we want to do and just playing our best softball. It's something that you have to do coming in as a freshman. Just being me, playing my game.
What's kind of the momentum shift in the dugout once you guys take the lead for the first time in the series? How does the mindset and the energy just kind of change?
The energy changes. It's just like kind of makes us at ease, like we got this. A lot of the times when that happens and we're up, there's no really putting us down. Like when we're up, and I really love that about the team. Like we continue to get loud, have energy throughout the game. So it's something I think we've done a very good job of this year, not crumbling under pressure. Like that last inning got a little hectic, but just trusting us and putting our trust in one another was amazing.
And although the first two games, obviously not the result you want, but taking that into this game, what did you learn about yourself, like just as a team in general, from those first two games against Arizona?
What I learned about that is it's a progress, not worrying about the result, but the progress throughout it. That's something that has been like kind of embedded in my brain throughout my freshman fall. That's what my coaches tell me, Bloomer, just focus on the process and not the result. And I really love the result, but the process was a beautiful thing. Losing is not always a bad thing. You learn a lot, and then obviously changing what we're doing, and then today coming out with the win was amazing. So
good.
There she is, the home run hitter, Ashley Mejia. But yeah, and you heard Kenzie Brown there, like, I asked her, I'm like, yeah, so that's why I asked Coach Bartlett that too. Like, so load the bases, 3 strikeouts. I mean, that shows the country a lot too, right? And but no, she had a message there. But yeah, you hear Ashley Mejia, trust in the process. That's why I asked about that's why I also asked about AJ Murphy. Talked about her a little bit last week. That defense, her defense again, just but even Ashley Mejia being in the outfield, but still like Tiare Ho Ching and her being next to AJ, and then to Kyla Davis at third. I mean, it's shoring up the defense. You always hear, baseball, softball, like up the middle. How strong are you up the middle? And they're looking good. And yeah, like I said, it is a bummer, but they're 22 and 10, right? Is that what I said? 22 and 10. 22 and 23 and 10. Sorry, see, I shorted them a win, but 23 and 10, like phenomenal. We'll take that. We will so very take that. But yeah, so absolutely stoked for them. Now we are going to get to Coach Petra Party as she and the Devils 17-5 again just beat 10th ranked Indiana. They're ranked 8th. Just phenomenal. And I got actually some footage. We'll get to that tomorrow, but I got some footage and we shall see that tomorrow. But yes, let's get to Coach as again, after their victory, first conference victory in, yeah, it was their first conference victory. I not? Okay, so that's why I did. Okay, here we go. We got it. All right. So, yes. So here is Coach Party after their win against Indiana. And this is what we shot in the show with.
Only good things.
Many good things.
Awesome. Yeah, you're okay. Could you step back just a little bit? Awesome. Would you mind taking a step forward? Sorry, I don't mean to be big.
Yeah, so the more of the screen I take up, the better.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, just first question, first conference win of the season. You did play Indiana before, but that didn't count towards the conference. So I don't know if that makes much of a difference for you or the mood around your team. Does it?
First conference win. Obviously, it's huge for us. It's a game that we expected to win. To be quite frank with you, last time we played them to way too close of a match, and that is without me sounding cocky. But I know my team's ability, and I knew that last time that game shouldn't have been as close as it was, and it should have never gone to overtime. We made that game very hard on ourselves, and so did we in the first. So did we do it again in the first half of this game. Millie Quinn had an incredible game. She popped off. She knew that she has the ability to do this in every single game, and I'm very glad that she's finally finding the groove and the confidence in herself, because we're going into, again, the most important part of our season, going up against San Jose next weekend, and then going to Berkeley, and then closing out regular conference season with SC, and then into MPSF championships. Sorry, I know I'm rambling, but it's right on time for Millie to finally find the groove.
When you and getting off to a start, I mean, not playing a game last week, obviously, in a sport like this, a week off might be good, but I mean, there were no cobwebs. I got off to a fast start. Did you I know you're never maybe truly happy, but were you satisfied with the way your team started?
I was very happy with the way we started. Earlier in the season, if you remember, starting was our foe, not our friend. We started every game very, very slowly, and then we grew into the game, thankfully, but that was something that we put a lot of emphasis after the first couple of tournaments into the season to start well. I was very happy with how we started. I was a little bit upset that we went away like 3 minutes into the game from all the things that worked in the first 3 minutes, and we were just like, the game's not over yet, guys. But thankfully we got back to it.
It seemed like there was a concerted effort to go inside with Sophie, with the cuts for Millie especially. Was that a game plan coming in based on what you had seen last time?
We wanted to play with a lot of movement. We wanted to play with a lot of picks to create mismatches for our centers and get the defender off of their backs. And it just so worked out that Millie came open a lot of those times because they did not want to switch their defender. It worked pretty much the whole game.
And the other thing was the transition opportunities. It seemed like every time you were getting a steal, you were able to get out in the open pool and get those shots on. How happy were you with what your team was able to do?
I was very happy with that when we were countering. I was not very happy when they were countering. Quite frankly, we finished some of our offenses. We finished a little too rushed, and they gave them the opportunity to hit the counter. And they're a very, very counter-heavy team, and they're incredible in the counterattack, and they're very, very fast. So that didn't play out in our advantage. However, playing good defense and pressuring the ball and making those steals did put us in a similar position the other way.
And then obviously it was last month, but I mean, seeing Indiana again, smoother to make adjustments just from what you saw last time?
They played their normal game plan that we expected them to play. I mean, at this point in the season, every team pretty much has their playbook set, and we just need to know what's happening and have a game plan going into it and be able to stick to your game plan if it works. That wavered for us. The game plan worked. We just sometimes went away from it. But yeah, it was the Indiana we expected, to be honest.
Coming into the game, Millie averaging over 3 goals a game, 7 a day. How would you just describe her season so far?
She's having a standout season, and it doesn't come as a surprise, to be honest with you, at all, because she's a dog in the water Monday through Friday at every single practice. I know she has aches and pains and sores, and only the athletic trainer tells me that she has that. She would never let it show on her face. She would never stop any drill. She would never take it easy on herself. She's the first one that gets out of the water and puts a weight belt around her waist for passing drills, for shooting drills, to be able to do extra. So Millie's just being Millie. Millie's awesome.
your team really came alive in the fourth quarter. Obviously, you started off hot, but it was really back and forth throughout the second and third periods. But the fourth is really where you separated yourself and came alive. What do you think was the main cause of that?
I'm glad that we did, because if you also watch our stats, we are not a good third quarter team. It's the third quarter usually where we tank, and if you think back our loss to UCLA, for example, that's where they really stepped away from us. And I think it's fine. It left a big hole, right? And it's something that we've been focusing on a lot mentally to reset in that halftime huddle to never be in that situation again.
What does it mean to you all to win on back your Devils this week?
Say that again?
What does it mean to you to win on back your Devils this week?
Oh, it means a lot. I was very, very happy. So many people turned out to our game and they were interested in our sport. And to be honest with you, that means like even more to me when people physically show up. Like getting donations and getting those gifts are incredible, and it shows us a lot of support from the community. But to have people actually take their Saturday and to come here and show up for us means absolutely everything. So not only just for the monetary gifts, the way people have showed up, but actually physically showing up for us is incredible to see.
Carey today, 13 saves, but especially that one possession. We saw your reaction on the side. She had like 4 saves in that one possession. The whole game, but that moment really felt like it epitomized how you guys played in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think I was having an out-of-body experience. You would have to ask Carey what she felt in those, in the span of 5 seconds. She saved 4 shots, a 1-on-1, a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2. It was just advantage after advantage, and she had no chance of saving them, but Carey was everywhere. And that really just goes to show the kind of goalie that she is. Obviously, she's a freshman, taking NCAA and MPSF level shots from MPSF level shooters, but that's Carey Black for you at practices, and now we just need to inject her with a whole lot of confidence to make sure that she's like that all the time, and she's more than capable of being like that all the time.
There we go. And yep, that is head coach Petra Party, as you saw there. And yeah, Carey Glad, again, softball, baseball, the new basketball hire kind of buried the lead. That save fiesta she went on right there, guys. That save fiesta was unbelievable. It was phenomenal. But yeah, they are rolling. So we're gonna reach out. Hopefully we get Coach on this week before again that big San Jose State. Got to get more us Sun Devils out there. By the way, I did see the attendance for the weekend because the Arizona series with softball sold out, but the weekend attendance 5,976. So forks up to you, Sun Devil Nation, for getting out there. For baseball, 18,528. Forks up, man. Taking 2 out of 3. And again, man, the energy. Believe me, we ask the players and you hear from the coaches, and it's not just, basketball because you're in an arena and the crowd, or obviously a stadium, football stadium where, obviously more people, but the energy and everything. So way to get out there, Sun Devil Nation. That absolutely rocks. So, I wanted to get that in. Molly Miller, again, basketball head coach. We'll have more on that tomorrow. But yes, everybody have a phenomenal rest of your Monday. So glad you jumped into Pitchfork Lunch. Again, at Diablo00 on X, ours only known as the Twitter. See us live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, along with my IG, Michael.Harrison.5, the YouTube channel. Watch live and subscribe. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. Also, don't forget the Castle Sports Radio Network, www.ksrnaz.com, the greatest internet radio station on the web, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Pitchfork Lunch is there. So, yes, everybody have a most phenomenal rest of your Monday. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, yes, hashtag our state. Thanks to reigning Big 12 champs women's volleyball for always reminding me of that. And, as you guys know, as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Blaine Baker, Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Quick flag.
That's a way. Trying to center off of Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Ford down, he scored!
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow! Edwards pulls up and buries the flag. Shot for